From the capital of Tennessee and of country music for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. This weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And away we go from Nashville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Check, Panther. Roll, Cowboy, 70 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Titans have a first. Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it.
Let's go now. Hawks, go.
3rd and long for him here. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Got it. Ready?
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Come on.
Back-to-back carries here. And they'll fight ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Time set here on this 3rd down from the Titans. 6 DBs out there.
Go.
To the air on 3rd and long. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. call here, coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Well, air it out on third. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Come back to you. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Throwing from the gun. Nice game left side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go.
He's going to throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Get it.
They'll work against the blitz. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash.
Hey, think about this for a second, Kate. This league's been around for over 100 years, and we've only seen a field goal of this length a little over 20 times. That is a short list. The number of guys in the league who could be trusted to hit from 60, and an even shorter list, the ones who get the chance to try it.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors, 17. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneers.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. And his heave isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our first quarter. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. And on 4th down, they're about ready to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right up the gut. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw now. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
50 Bison.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Give him 37 on the play. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dumps. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Going deep here for the end zone. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no one connected. It's incomplete.
Well, you've got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you've got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Sticking to the air here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got second and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
They call pass on second and goal. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars making a 9-point advantage. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. And I think when you think about it, Cam, really it's about the 80s where you start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Ready! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass, too. And that D-tackle just got it done.
And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
So we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the gun on 3rd down. The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready!
There's a dive up the middle. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit. He's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
It'll be 3rd and 5 on the other side, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up.
Hold it ready.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Number 60. Good. Panther 11. 19 sight. 18 Rattler. 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Working on 1st down. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Here we go, here we go.
They send a man in motion. He'll go quickly to the right. Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think so. Yeah, the refs agree. He's marked short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Taking a shot deep here. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. 18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the red zone, on first. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there in second down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Go street.
Throwing it again here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
And it's not just a sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
60, 60. Viking 18.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Jaguars
Shotgun snap. They'll throw.
First down.
It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Offensive line fast.
36-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field.
Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Sends this to the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
The Jaguars into punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They're looking to throw. That one's complete to Chima Ezike. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. He's going well so far. Up to the races, middle of the field. At the 20. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
7.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Reload.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
18, Pioneer.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's First and 10 now from the 46.
Buffalo 18. Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On the check.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go, set.
They go play action on first down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was there and just couldn't corral it. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Go!
First down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on third and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Third down from the gun. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead.
Titans 7.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. First and 10.
79 Bronco, 19 Lion.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Dragon 60.
They'll throw on second and 10. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Third and long for him here. Trying for the deep ball. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Punting unit out now. And he's been one of the players of this game. And this is away. Wisely headed for the sideline to avoid that return. And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. The Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Popeye's back. And he's tackled for no gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattlers. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They are throwing it again. And they will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready? Nike 18.
They'll work against the blitz. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Another throw here on 2nd down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Travis Hunter reels in the pick. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That pick 6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
Lining up now to try the extra points. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air following that pick 6. Dumps it off to his running back. Crosses midfield, still going. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 70 Lion.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
19 Lion.
Looking to throw here. Short pass brought in. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Working quickly here.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 11.
19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Desperation time here on fourth. He connects downfield. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Offense up to the line fast.
Tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up second and goal.
He finds him right side. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans putting up points in a game decided. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
On first down, they'll run. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a pickup of 33 yards. That's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Even 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Back to the well again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
At the 6-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third and 4.
They give it to him again. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead.
Titans 20.
Ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the name, first of all, you ain't fast long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80, Mustang 19, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Track 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's third down now. Dropping back to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. Fourth down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
Let's go.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Makes the catch. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans making the scoreboard look a touch better. Right on for the extra point. Extra point set in through the rain. And the Titans make it an 18-point game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. Titans are pointing. We'll wait and see. Oh, they did get it back. All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was two things, Cade. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road in a game where you're going to really need it. That gives you the confidence.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Come on, go.
They're going to pass it here. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bob. Get it? Hot 70.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Has it downfield working the left. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it fourth and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
You can't start a fire without a spark. How about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
From the red zone on first. And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And we've got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Let's go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Go. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Steady.
I'll throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Buffalo 18. Check out.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Not Bronco 80.
Desperation time here. Trying to push deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Smash.
Now give left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.